Joining me now, Alex Tudor. Hello, Alex.
Hello.
Alex, you've been busy this summer with the Andrew Flintoff Cricket Academies. You were at Hereford last week. Today you've been in another really nice part of the world down there in Shrewsbury.
Yeah, it's been absolutely beautiful. Absolutely blown away when I turn up and see some of the facilities and the surroundings that the kids have at their disposal. Take that also with a fantastic support staff that they incorporate the Flintoff Academies, good enthusiastic young coaches that know their stuff, and the kids are very lucky to have them. And as I said, the facilities are outstanding. And as me growing up, as I would say, with facilities like that, there's no excuse. As long as you work hard, you have fun. You enjoy the people that are around you. Who knows? Hopefully we'll see a few budding England stars in the future.
And of course, Shrewsbury has a rich pedigree with James Taylor coming from that area as well. So perhaps a little bit of incentive there for the youngsters.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's always really good when you have someone at the top, and he is at the top at the moment, that they can aspire to, and someone that's come through their system, someone who's come from the school, so they straight away familiarise themselves with that person. And James Taylor's a great player. He's done awfully well since he's come into the first class game, and hopefully he'll take his chance. He looked like he scored a very good 34 or so up at Headingley. He's going to get his chance in a very, very big game at Lords, which we need to win. And the kids, I'm sure, from that school and the locals will be cheering him on, and hopefully we can stay number one in the world.
And on a sort of general point, it's important to sort of run initiatives like this to get young people outside and get them playing the game, isn't it?
Oh yeah, without doubt. Especially in an age where the computer has taken so much precedence over these young kids today. When I was growing up, it was you get outside, you play in your garden, in a local park. There's nothing better now, especially with the great Olympics that we just had. It was a cracking 2 weeks. Everybody is so in love with athletics at the moment. Even my 7-year-old daughter is so infused and wants to go to a running track, wants to try all the different gymnastics and swimming and everything. So hopefully that we have to thrive on this now. And I know there's a campaign Michael Vaughan sort of started off with where we should try and get an hour a day of activity in schools, because I know the government at the moment are trying to restrict that. But I think it's important, especially after the Olympics, to seize the opportunity when the kids have got a love for sport to just get it in there. And 29 gold medals. I mean, if that doesn't inspire a new generation, I don't know what will.
Absolutely. And the final question on the camps, Alex. Looking back perhaps to when you were playing and getting into the game, is this a sort of opportunity you think that you would have benefited from and enjoyed?
Oh, I mean, especially to see, current and ex-professionals turning up at your venue, someone you can familiarise yourself with, and sort of think, right, they've been there. You get to ask questions, you get to, have a bowl at the pro and stuff like that, and you always want to test yourself, and it would have been a great opportunity. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was times in my career when I was younger that, I remember Mike Gatting gave us a talk years ago at Lords about how to play spin bowling. John Embry gave us a masterclass on spin bowling. So I have been quite lucky, but nowhere near the scale with what you see now with, these academies that are around. And it's just great. It's great that they're there. As I said, they've got great support staff. The young coaches, they know their stuff. They're very enthusiastic, which is very important for these young kids, because obviously the attention span goes very, very quickly. But they're absolutely brilliant, and you can just tell by the numbers when you go there, 80 plus, 100 sometimes at the camps, and, we have to, the most out of it, and hopefully, as you said, if you get one or two of these kids coming through, then it's a win for me, and it's a scheme very well done.
And finally, Alex, you mentioned the Olympics a little bit earlier, spoke very warmly about how well our athletes are done. Would you like to see cricket in some form at future Olympic Games?
It's interesting. I mean, I've always said, maybe an amateur cricket side, possibly. I mean, there's just no time at the moment. especially at the international level, they play so much cricket, never know when they can factor it in. I mean, maybe you could get an amateur, or if you wanted to play a younger side, or the Lions or something, represent a little bit like what they did with the football. You put an age gap on it with maybe a few senior players, and possibly, because I mean, not everybody could say, oh, you know, we got a gold medal, or we was in the Olympics. But it would just be trying to factor it in. There's so much cricket internationally at the moment, it'd just be very, very difficult.